Lynx here, and I am a Brawlhalla content creator. I make art and I make videos, also live streams sometimes. But the thing is, this channel has a lot about art. I have just a few videos, but the most part of it will contain like concept for a lot of things, including art or features, new features for the game, like my ideas. But here's something. There is a person that is being exposed, okay, on X of course, about using AI to make their art. And I'll talk about it from my perspective that I started drawing like this. Yeah, I know, it's ugly, it's not cool, but I managed to reach this level. It's not pro, okay, or even close to that, but here is my art from my last years. Okay, so I have a lot of drawings about Brawlhalla, most of them actually, but it changes a lot my skill. Okay, so I talk about it from this perspective. Okay, also you don't need to be an artist to talk about it. Okay, it's just like a plus. Also, this is more like a simple video than the other ones, so if you also like this type of video talking about something in the community, you can tell me in the comments. Okay, thanks. So the person that got exposed, okay, it's this guy. He doesn't have that much things, but I think all started like here. So there is this. Also this skin, this sounds like another level. Also this, that we are going to talk about this, okay? Also this skin, that we have something to talk about it. Also this, and okay, there's more things, but oh, this is important, okay? This is very important. So, everything started with Fox Noodles. He did a tweet about this skin, okay? It's not actually about this skin, it's like about everything, but I'm going to show the whole thread, I'm gonna read for you, okay? And we are going to talk about other things. Guys, am I crazy? I swear this guy is using AI, but I just can't tell. I'm scared I'm wrong, and I'm calling an actual artist fake, but I don't know. There's just so many signs pointing towards it being AI. I want to see your guys' input and perspective. Am I just being weird? Okay. There's more. This guy comes from out of nowhere with no art background. The only background of which being his TikTok, which he reposted mods trailers. Mods he didn't even work on or get permission to repost it. Okay, there is something here. You don't need a background, okay? There is a misconception about being good at art and work with art, that people think that if you want to work with art, you need to have like a very famous social media. You need a lot of likes or something like that. So there's a lot of artists that work on famous companies that they don't even have social media, okay? So if they start posting their art, it's like a very high pro level. These people could use the same arguments, but it's not AI. It's just that that person works in the industry and don't need to have social media. So, and giving the benefit, okay, to think about that this guy, not Fox Noodles, okay, already had a background, which he didn't post anything, okay? So let's keep going. He even claimed to make this RGB sidekick, which, yes, follows the color scheme of the RGB set of items, but looks like the occult item set. This is true, okay? It's very... like, why the RGB colors and why the occult item set in the same item? Why? As an artist, would you combine the two if you're attempting to make items look like the RGB set? It feels like a mistake from the AI. It actually, we have something, okay? It actually maybe, okay, sounds like AI. Let's keep going. Why is this one split into 3 different art styles? The insignia is bold with outlines, including the Omi Oasis logo for some reason. It was never noted on the post. The loading frame has no outlines and looks way different from the insignia. The mode orb is the same. So let's look at it. It actually doesn't have like the outline right here, and there is here, but when you are drawing something, you need to be consistent. It's not like if you are not consistent, you're a bad artist, you know, you're just learning, okay? It's fine. But from this perspective, that sounds like he posted some very high level concepts. I'm not sure if this inconsistent thing should happen, okay? Let's keep going. Oh my god, this art. Why does this one look extremely different from the other concepts? It's not weird to switch styles, but every concept has been attempting to mimic Brawlhalla art style, except this one. It's like the AI spat this out, and that's what he rolled with. This concept sounds like that has way more work on it. For me, it doesn't really sound like it was the same person that did this concept, you know? Okay, maybe you can say that he had this from the 5 years ago and then he drew this. This is new, this from this last year, this year, okay? Okay, the scroll on this X looks AI. I can't explain why, it just does though. I'm not really sure what is it talking about, like looks AI because of this or because of that, but there's also this weird low quality outline. I don't know why this is here. Same thing with this cross art piece. The face structure along with the strange eye placements feels AI. This art I'll talk about later, okay, because there's something very important about this. This actually looks like AI because AI has a very weird way to combine what you want. Always sounds like it's AI if you look at other AI images, you know? And the face here looks very AI. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but it looks. Also, I forget to talk about this quality, okay? And Twitter is not the best place to talk about the quality of the image. So maybe that's not a point here, okay? But this art is one of the things that made me think that this artist is actually using AI. Then this one confused me. I asked if it was AI and requested to see the work in progress for it. When asked, he said I was being jealous. What? Why? And didn't give me the sketch until someone else chimed in, which we only got the sketch for the Yumiko skin. No weapons or the tree. Okay, here's the art. I'm gonna say something. There's a very consistent thing here. You can see that there is this plant, the cherry tree, written in the art style of Brawlhalla, okay? But why not every single image has this style, you know? I'm not really sure if he would like create a new font just to write this. I see some people that mimic the Brawlhalla art style when they write something, but this sounds very inconsistent. Like sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. Alright, the sketch confused me. It looks traced with a computer mouse. The head and hands are ripped from the original Yumiko model for the skin, yet the hands are sketched out, as if they were going to be drawn. It looks like he did with the mouse, but I'm not sure. But the line is here. I don't know. Maybe it's just a mistake. Or maybe I'm just being way too good with him, okay? I know this is strange, but I'm not fully convinced that this guy isn't using AI to fool everyone. I will believe it when I see more whips and sketches, or an actual art background. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but AI makes me sick. I just want any sign of believable proof. So Skooky commented, okay, he's also a content creator. He said, is it really that serious? The thing is, there is one important thing. It's not just, oh, I don't like AI, so I talk shit about AI. But there's people that try to make money out of it. This is the part that start one of the problems, you know? He tries to convince people that this is his art, and maybe he's trying to make a portfolio out of it, so he can work in a company. But he doesn't really working. He's just asking someone to make it for him. And then he can basically take out a place that should belong to a real artist. And this is like just one of the problems. So that's why I think this comment doesn't really make sense. Who has 7 account posts just to dogpile someone because they might have used AI? Just pure speculation. Shit is not that deep. It is actually that deep, guys. When you learn that you need to work really hard to find your place in the industry and someone just take out your job. I think saying that this is just pure speculation, I mean, isn't wrong, but that is where I'll start, you know? So he posted, I'm tired of Fox Noodle's false accusations. I've revealed early sketch versions, but he's still at it. Anyway, bro, I won't play your game anymore. And just so you know, I've never used AI in my entire life. Literally. Hahaha. Any accusation against my art is a complete lie. So there is more points about it. That Golden Wolf comments about it, which is also another content creator. Okay, none of the work is yours. From the AI used all over your timeline to the stolen content on your TikTok being re-uploads of other people's work. Okay, that's very messed up. Okay, guys, don't do that, please. Rutherford replied, it is curious that you're using an account I no longer use to try and validate your argument. Okay, it's a very separated thing. Okay, his TikTok account and his art. Okay, so this is very important. This is very important, okay? You've yet to adhere to people giving your proper means to defend that you don't use AI in your work. At the same time, the actions made then still uphold your low standard of today. Additionally, putting your art through methods of checking for AI shows a lot of generated noise. Okay, this is very interesting, okay? Because if you're doing an art, the background is like there's nothing in the background. Okay, I'm going to show you an example of a art that the background is just a gray background or a PNG background. Okay, so here's one example of my art. Okay, here we have the background. I can just turn off the background. And what happens if I change the curves? Okay, change the curves will change the values. So if I do that, I can make the whole art darker. Okay, and if I take out the background, it will look like this. Let's go. Okay, there's no noise here. There's just this. There is part of the wall. Okay, this is just the lighting of the. I forgot the name of this. So why it doesn't create the noise like his art? It's just because there's no noise to create. Okay, I can even, if you want you guys to see it, I can just turn that off. Okay, and if you guys see like in a normal version, you see that there is no lighting in the wall because I turned that off. And then I turn that in, and there is the lighting of the LED. I guess that's the name. So that's what should happen with his art. And usually this amount of noise happens when it's AI, because AI doesn't create a clean background. A lot of noise in the shadows that doesn't make sense. It's just a flat color in this art style. Okay, it should not be like this red, orange. Okay, so this made me think, okay, this is a very strong argument to say that this person uses AI. And he replied, ha ha ha, what is that? That's ridiculous, bro. Seriously. Sorry. This has stuffed me a lot. And even makes you do some crazy things. Just show your progress via layers and or time lapse. That's all you gotta do to shut down any doubt. That's true. That's completely true. It's very easy actually to prove it. Okay, but there's more actually. There's this reply because he posted this art. Okay, this and this X and this loading frame, but he deleted. Why? Like why? If you want to prove something and you delete your own proof, what is your goal with that? And guys, don't get me wrong, okay? If he did all of this, he did send the prompt, he did send the ideas. Do it yourself, bro. Learn it. That's a very funny post that it's basically a guy saying, oh, AI, it's actually very democratic because allow people with some kind of problem that can't make art so they can make their own art. And there's like a bunch of artists that has no hands. They draw with their feet. They paint with their mouth. And that's crazy. That's crazy. And I have to, why? There's this post here. It's a repost of a plus 18 thing. Why? I don't get it. So I think that's why it's recommended me this account, you know? So let's go for the final part. The verdict of Fox Noodles. Sorry. Here's my final verdict and summary for those who don't feel like reading every tweet. I feel you, bro. They've denied using AI. Okay, we saw that. Even being smug and rude about it. The only proof they sent are these sketches. Okay, this one. And this one, within the quotes to it, replies point to signs of AI. As corny as the process was, sorry again. Don't say sorry, bro. It is something that people that like art should always be paying attention, you know? I'm not gonna talk about this anymore. I'm pretty sure everything that needed to be said has been said. Although I am probably gonna still joke about it. Because bro. No, he did a mod. Wait. For real? This is like I don't think it is. I think this is just a PNG. Oh, he actually did it. That's funny. That's kind of funny. Oh, please, someone make it the mod of this skin. This is like one of my best concepts and a lot of people like it. So if you are free and want to make things for free and work for free, that would be cool. Just kidding. One day I will make a mod about it, okay? One day. But I will make a video about the battle pass that I am creating. This is one of the main skins. And guys, please, if you want that I make more videos talking about the community, please let me know in the comments, okay? Bye guys. See ya.